Welcome to Voodoo RL. This is podcast 1.
What up, guys? It's your boy Bear. I'm here with,
Odd Phantom.
and today we're gonna be talking about Jack the Ripper.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I know we had put out a podcast maybe like 2 hours ago. We're having technical difficulties. We didn't check the audio quality of the podcast, so now we were able to fix it, and we're back again. Please bear with us. It's going to be around the same thing, but maybe a lot of you haven't, fully heard the whole podcast. So, let's begin.
Yeah, so today we're gonna be talking about Jack the Ripper, and we're gonna first go off with our hypothesis of who we think it is or who it was.
Yeah.
So, me personally, I think it was a doctor, because I know it was a man as well, just because of the way that
Well, that's what they already, that's what they concluded it to be because of the way he had his positions. But I mean, sorry, continue. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, and I get that, but I think just the way, because he didn't get caught and the way he cut him, and I understand, they said about he mutilated the body and stuff like that, but I think it was a doctor, and I don't think it could have been a woman, because just of
Well, I haven't even got to that part yet.
Well, but I didn't already know what you're thinking.
Nobody knows that we're starting fresh. Nobody knows about the other podcast.
But I was there.
We lived it.
We lived it.
Yeah. So, okay. I think it was a woman.
He's wrong. Don't worry, guys.
No, well, I mean, because they ripped out a bunch of. Well, I guess they ripped out uteruses.
Not a
and
bunch.
stuff.
It's only 5.
Okay, well, you know what I mean. They ripped out the uteruses. Maybe the person was, I guess mad because she couldn't have babies. I mean, something that, or what is it? Probably it was like a ritual that they had to do. I mean,
It could be. It could be that they're doing it for some type of ritual, or But still, I think that the way that they cut him is just. I think it was a doctor. My point of view.
maybe if it was a doctor, the doctor was
Excuse me.
somehow practicing how to dissect a human. I mean, I know there's dead bodies, but maybe he was into that twisted kind of fantasy of dissecting human beings, alive, because
True that.
I mean, he had to, done it alive. Some of it, they don't just die right away.
Well, that's true, yeah. But remember, we were talking. We were saying that he killed prostitutes.
Yeah.
That so it's like, in that point in time, they were like the lowest of the low.
Pretty
Like,
much. I mean, nobody really.
Like, if they were going missing, nobody would really care.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like they weren't human. Well, I wouldn't say human, but
They were
like
human,
below,
but
like,
nobody
recognized-
respected them or
Especially-
acknowledged their existence.
especially in those times. I mean, you living in like the slum, the slums, what is it?
The slums means ghetto.
Slums. I said slums. Sorry, slums.
It's ghetto, just in
Yeah,
case you guys
ghetto.
didn't know.
What is it? A lot of there's a lot of rich people there, so obviously, the rich people,
See, and that's where I was going. Is that I think he was rich.
I don't. We're gonna go back to the same topic about rich people being murdered. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
I already talked about this, but because obviously the podcast, it
Well,
was erased.
technically,
You guys are probably hearing this for the first time.
Exactly. If it didn't if it wasn't there, it didn't happen.
Yeah, but I mean,
Because how is it he never got caught?
I feel like he was just a smart person. That's why he didn't get caught. Like, he was intelligent in the sense to cover his tracks. Because from my understanding, all they got was just how would I say this? They just got a description of him. That was it. They weren't able to.
Well, but remember, they were all different descriptions. It wasn't all
yeah,
the
of course.
same.
Yeah, it wasn't the same. It wasn't
Well,
as accurate.
yeah, I get that, but you gotta figure it's like, if I'm being attacked or I'm being, I'm not gonna see what you're seeing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna be all freaking out.
Not that, but if you witness like a murder, something like horrifying that you've
I'm
never
not gonna
witnessed,
stick around and be like, hey.
yeah, but something that you've never witnessed before,
True.
Sometimes you tend to like see things that
aren't there,
exactly.
yeah. So true. So we're gonna be talking about the 5.
Well, first a little introduction, I guess, where the murders took place and what year it took place.
Yeah.
So obviously Jack the Ripper, he's best known because he's a serial killer that in London, And the reason he's known is because of these 5 murders that took place in Whitechapel district of London between 1888 through 1891. He was also known as the Whitechapel Murderer and also Leather Apron. He attacked very impoverished areas.
The ghetto.
Yeah, the ghetto. Yeah, exactly. He literally looked for prostitutes. That's what his MO was. He wanted to go and get prostitutes and dissect them pretty much because that's what he did. We're gonna go ahead and talk about the was it Ken?
I don't remember. I don't exactly remember how to pronounce it.
Yeah,
we had to Google it how to pronounce it, but
whatever. It's 5 women that were murdered. My brother's is gonna. Bear's gonna go ahead and talk about the first 3 murders that took place there.
Yeah, but first, before we're gonna say the names. It's Mary Ann Nichols, Annie Chapel, Elizabeth Stride, Catherine. How do you pronounce it? Eddowes, and Mary Jane Kelly.
Eddowes, my bad.
Eddowes, okay. And Mary Jane Kelly.
Mary Jane.
We don't do that, guys. Sorry.
No. 420's for the devil.
It's all part of the government, guys.
Yes.
So Nichols' body was discovered around 3:40 a.m. on Friday, August in 1888. She had 2 cuts to the throat, and her lower abdomen was ripped open by a deep, jagged wound.
Yeah, it says that the throat was severed by 2 cuts.
It's the same thing, cut, severed.
No.
Oh, no, actually, no, you're right, because severed is that, yeah, right.
Yeah, and then she pretty much just ripped open with a deep, jagged wound.
Yeah. And then Chapman's body was discovered around 6 a.m. on Saturday, 8 September 1888. They were all in the same year, just it was a month apart.
Well, it was in August, so yes,
about a month apart. And she was found in the back of 29th Street. With two severed by 2 cuts. Her throat was severed by 2 cuts, and her abdomen was also slashed entirely open.
Yeah, so go ahead. Are you still missing one, the Stride?
Oh, it's because Stride and Eddowes are together.
Oh, okay, you already talked about Chapman's body?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry guys, we're just going back and forth here, but yeah. So yeah, well, Stride and Eddowes, they were both found literally around the same time. So he literally murdered one person and jumped to the other. He literally. Oh, damn, I keep on saying literally, guys. Sorry.
He really means it literally.
Yeah, literally. But yeah, he killed one and he moved on to the next, pretty much. Which is kind of crazy. You just finished killing one person, and you're already on to the next, victim. I mean, the way they were murdered was really graphic. I mean, each person, he ripped out, mostly all the murders, he ripped out, their uterus from their body.
What if he was
Hold on. Sorry to interrupt. There's one more I haven't talked about.
Yeah, but nobody wants to hear that.
Okay, that's fine. But yeah, so the last murder was Kelly. She was literally mutilated and disemboweled. They took a picture. There's literally an official
on Wikipedia.
Yeah, on Wikipedia, there's a photograph of Mary Kelly, pretty much murder scene. It's very graphic. If you guys want to go ahead and take a look at it, we'll leave a link in the description. So
once again, he always talking about links and descriptions because he doesn't do the work.
Yeah, but
I gotta go over here, get everything, and do everything.
Yeah, but yeah. So pretty much these are the 5 murders that took place. I just don't understand why he would rip out their uteruses. Like my brother was saying, Barry, maybe he couldn't have babies, or the women that he had cheated on him. Something.
No, but I was thinking right now is that what if he was looking for a particular shape of a uterus?
That too, or like you said, maybe it was some black magic stuff that he had to fucking contact the devil or something. There was a lot of crazy stuff going on back in the days.
That's true, and there was a lot of black magic and stuff like that. What if he ate them?
That'd be sick as fuck if you. That's disgusting. Yes, I mean, why would he eat them?
Well, look, a lot of mothers after they have their babies.
Well, not mothers. You're talking about animals.
No, mothers, like real life mothers.
No, I've never heard of that.
Yes,
I've
real
never
life
heard of
mothers.
Yeah, the placenta.
It's almost the same thing.
No, stupid. The uterus and the
It's a
placenta
lot of-
is not the same thing.
Dude, it's around the same. It's
No, it's not.
it's
I
in
think I'm
the-
gonna have to show you anatomy physiology. Yeah,
anatomy, physiology,
yeah.
and it's just anatomy.
Whatever, man. Something with the human system, man. Because you don't.
Dude,
know.
I took sex ed. I think I know.
You don't even know where the clit is.
I am the click commander.
Oh my god.
but anyways,
We're getting
guys.
off topic, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry. I know it kind of sounds like we're not trying, but you know
It's not that we're not trying.
The take two is kind of hard for us right now.
Because we had some good stuff on take one.
Yeah, the take one was pretty actually good. I mean, I'm not trying to complain about it, but yeah. So pretty much, so what ends up happening is that 12 murders after, after the 5.
After the initial 5.
Yeah, after the initial 5, he was never convicted of those. Oh, I guess tied to. I wouldn't say convicted because they just weren't as accurate as the first 5. They all had telltale signs, I guess, of them being able to tie it to that. But like I was telling Bear, these people, they see things happening like this, and they want to copycat. They want to be that person. There's a lot of psychopaths, that see something that someone else did, and they want to do it, or they want to one up it. Because in today's society, look at all the gun shootings that are going on.
Yep, everybody wants
It's
to
just
do
like
one
it's like
more.
a trend. Exactly, it's like a trend. So maybe this was their trend, and at that time it was their trend.
Unfortunately, that's the way it is. There's always somebody that sees something on TV and they're like, "Oh, I want to go do that. I want to be better," or
Yeah, but a lot of times people get influenced by others. That's what I'm trying to say.
True, but you know what? I think the TV, they control our mind. I think so. Sorry, that's what I feel. There's a lot of stuff on.
Oh my god!
There's a lot
what
of
are you talking about? Dude,
Dude.
we're talking about murders here.
That's why, dude. Have you seen the stuff on TV, bro? Some of the news is not even real.
Okay, look, we're in 1888 right now. There's no TVs at the time.
What if they time traveled?
There's no such thing as time travel.
There can.
Sorry,
the
I'm not
government-
a physics fucking.
The government has a.
scientist over here.
The government has
Alright,
a
but
time travel
you know
machine.
Stephen Hawking threw
Is
threw
Stephen
Stephen
Hawking-
okay, Stephen Hawking threw a party for time travelers, and he said nobody showed up. Well, no goddamn shit, because there's no such thing.
Okay, well, look. First of all, okay, if I was a time traveler,
Don't get me wrong, guys. I'm
And I-
open-minded.
and I get invited to a time traveler party, I'm not gonna go because they're gonna try to trap me and get my information.
Yeah, no, that did not blow my mind.
It blew
Yeah,
my
like I
mind.
was saying though, these people would like to get influenced on these things. But going back to the murderers, I mean, sorry guys.
Sorry, it's because it's kind
We
of
just had
boring.
a fucking brain fart over here, dude. Oh my god.
Let's actually talk about the letter that they
Yeah,
sent
yeah,
of
yeah,
why
yeah.
how he got his
Yeah. Go ahead. You want to go ahead and read it?
No, you can read it.
Okay,
I'll let you read it.
You read like a fucking 5-year-old. That's why.
All right, guys. I
Yeah.
just graduated high school.
No, you didn't.
Sue me.
He's already gonna be 30, guys. So yeah, pretty much.
They don't even know my age. The government's probably tracking
I'm
us.
about to read right now, so the audience can see what we're talking about.
Sorry,
How
guys.
he got his name.
Sorry, guys.
Okay, guys. So little story time. Grab your blankie and everything, and here we go. So over the course of the Ripper murders, the police, newspaper, and others received hundreds of letters regarding the case. Sorry to stop the story there, but imagine that somebody kills someone, and all of a sudden they want to claim that's what the letters were. They want to claim that it was them. I mean, or sick people supporting that guy. I mean, yeah, prostitution is not is not a good thing, but that's how people make their money, and especially if you're in poor areas, there's only certain things you can turn to, to get money.
Yeah, but also too, maybe they fake the letters. The journalists or the newspaper companies, they fake letters so they can make the story bigger than what it was.
Yeah. So going back to the letter, so it was saying that some were pretty much they had good intentions of like giving information to catch the killers, and other hundreds were the claims, written that they were the killer themselves. What is it? In particular, there's 3 letters, I guess, or postcards, or whatever you want to call them. It's called Dear Boss Letter, Saucy Jackie. That's like kind of weird name. And the other postcard is From Hell.
Well, aren't they considered letters if they're sent into a?
Yeah, but I guess the way they named it here is postcard.
Oh, okay, I get you. At that time.
Yeah, that's time or whatever. But I mean, that's literally how he got the name, like Jack the Ripper. I mean, just because people kept on sending, letters, and then when they hit the newspaper, that's what they use. They use Jack the Ripper. I believe to create excitement, though. I mean,
well, yeah, like you were saying,
you wanted to make money. What do? It's like nowadays the news guys, like whoever has the best news, gets views.
That's what you're watching.
Exactly.
That's why I said that the news control their mind.
The news does not control the mind. You're talking about the media.
Same difference.
No. That's not the same difference.
It is.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, I don't know why we're bickering with each other. Let's keep continuing the story.
Okay, sorry guys.
Go ahead. Continue.
Hey, but Saucy Jack would be a good nickname though. But like you said, it wouldn't sell as much as Jack the Ripper.
Saucy Jack sounds like fruity as fuck. And he's like, yeah, hey, did you murder someone? Like, yeah.
Murder who?
Call me Sassy Jack. I wouldn't believe someone like named like that would be able to kill him.
That's true, but like my brother was saying about the letter, like just if I was working in the newspaper and I read a letter that says From Hell, I wouldn't even open it. Yeah, I'll just leave my job. I'll quit.
I know there's not as much technology as there is now with forensics and being able to sorry guys being able to find murders and stuff like that.
No, but even now, like we were discussing about earlier, was that like the Zodiac killer? It was during our time, and yet they never caught him.
That's true. Well, but he was like super sneaky. That's sometimes these guys. Look, the Zodiac killer, he sent decrypted mail. There, from my understanding, like till this day, some letters weren't even like cracked.
Well, that's what I'm saying, and we have technologies that they didn't have back in the day. So you figure if we're at the technologies that we have now, we weren't able to catch the Zodiac killer. You know what I mean? That means that these guys are getting they're getting way smarter, and they're getting more. Either they're getting help from somebody, or they're just smarter than everyone else.
Yeah, in the sense that maybe they are smart. That's they are smart. They have to be intelligent to a certain extent, because they never got caught.
Yeah.
They never got caught, and it just blows my fucking mind that they never got caught. Like, also too, and like, what if he had a family though? Like, what? It kind of puts you, to think in a perspective. Like, what if? Sorry, guys. What if, he had a family? How can you just kill someone and then go back to them and just sleep like nothing happened? It's like, what is it? What were you talking about, Bear? Of the Dexter?
Oh yeah, the Dexter show. We're talking. I said it earlier. Like I said, obviously, maybe some of you guys never heard it.
Well, not heard it, seen it.
Oh, seen the TV show. Yeah. It's about a boy that has this darkness inside of him, and the only way he can control it is by killing people. So his stepdad, that's a detective, he helps him. He teaches him how to kill people that are bad to satisfy that urge that he has of killing. So like my brother was saying, is like, imagine if the family might have helped him, or if the family never knew. Like, what if they would have found out? Like, how did he kill them? Did he not kill them?
Yeah, like, I mean,
did he have kids?
He had a type of a certain madness. But we can go on by hypothesizing, different scenarios. But I feel like maybe one of them, which would be that fit the best topic. Yes, he was described as a doctor, because of his decisions. The way he was able to cut into the person's body. But maybe he had a troubled childhood. I mean, yes, I know a lot of psychopaths, they're just born like that. But I feel like it takes something, to trigger, a certain person.
Maybe, maybe he killed women because His mom wasn't good to him.
Yeah, maybe he was abused from his mother, you know, and out of that spite, I'm not trying to, how would I say this, make him seem like the, you know, the
Heroic.
victim. No,
yeah.
the
victim. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
No, make him seem like the victim. I mean, this guy was a piece of shit. I'm pretty sure. You know,
what he did was awful.
Yeah,
it's,
to the women.
To women, yeah.
Yeah, to women.
It's
But
women.
yeah. So there was another serial killer that we want to talk about as well.
Just a brief. His name is H.H. Holmes.
If you guys haven't heard of this serial killer, I mean, he was, at least for us in, you know, America, he was known as one of the worst psychopaths, confessing to over 27
murders.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That goes to show, guys, that you never know with these people. Like,
you can be living next to one.
Exactly, you could be living next to a murderer.
One of them can be your friend.
Hey, don't go that dark. You're scaring the audience over there.
It's true though. It gets you to think. You know, like,
this is a scary channel.
What if it's the mailman?
Yeah, but the mailman's probably fucking your mom.
No, nah.
Sorry, I just had to throw that joke in there.
So yeah, you know, what if it's the ice cream man? What if it's the elotero?
Dude, don't speak Spanish, please. We're
what
only
if
listening to American viewers.
What if it's the guy that sells corn?
Yeah, but going back to, you know, Jack the Ripper, it just doesn't make sense that someone like that could just do what he did.
And get away with it to top it off.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Being able to do what you did and get away with it. Like, you had, I'm pretty sure there was, all of London was looking for him. You know what I mean? Other little countries around there were looking for him, and to evade police, evade whoever, you know, else was there and not get caught, that's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, hat off to the motherfucker, because he didn't get caught. I mean, I wish he did get caught, honestly, but
what if, now this is another thing, what if they did catch him and they just killed him, or they mutilated him like the way that he mutilated other people, you know what? And they never said anything?
That, honestly, that just fucking blew my mind, honestly. Maybe that,
because
that's a good hypothesis. Maybe, yeah.
Because you figure he stopped after 5 and was never seen from again. So if that happened, maybe somebody that wanted to copy him, maybe somebody that looked up to him, you know, wanted to show how good he was, that he actually caught him and did it to him.
Yeah, maybe he got killed, you know, and then, like, nobody knows because he never was able to reveal himself. Nobody
knew what he looked like. Nobody, nothing, and boom.
Yeah,
boom.
there was only descriptions of the gentleman.
So it vanished in thin air. You figure
he did not vanish in thin air.
Well, no, I'm just saying,
got chopped up in a million pieces and thrown in the ocean.
No, I'm just saying, a killer like that, you know, if somebody else kills him, nobody's gonna bat an eye.
Well, yeah. Why would you care if, you know, they killed the murderer? I mean,
that's what I'm saying. So that I just thought about that right now.
Yeah, that's something new, guys, that you guys didn't hear.
Dude, I blew my own mind. I opened up my third eye.
Third eye. Yeah, but I mean, obviously through history, there's been a bunch of, you know, murderers and, but I mean, Jack the Ripper is, like, you know, one of the ones that you hear about. You know, the Ripper. You know, the mass murderer. Even if he didn't kill, like, a lot of people, you know, a lot of people, you know. But the thing is that he still lives on, you know, in history, because he was well known for what he did. And that's the thing, that a lot of murders, that's what they're known. You know, obviously they become famous because of that.
Pretty much.
You know, and then throughout history, you know, you learn these type of things.
And they live on pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. They live on.
They live on through people like us that tell their story.
Exactly, yeah. Through us to tell a story. Well, because there's something to talk about it. And, you know, a lot of people, you know, our audience might not know some facts, or, you know, even know who Jack the Ripper is. Exactly.
And I just thought about something right now. Imagine one of the Jack the Ripper relatives was alive now, like, just passing generation through generation.
I was remember reading, I forgot if it was like an article, but it was talking about that the son of the Zodiac killer like outed his dad. He knew his father was a killer, and supposedly, like, he said, you know, oh, it was this, you know, this guy and stuff. But that's what I'm saying. It goes back to the fact, like, all lies that, I could even say, like, hey, I'm the grandson or the grandson twice removed of Jack the Ripper.
True, because there's no way in all reality to prove it.
Yeah, there's no blood samples. There's nothing, hair, something that I can, tie
Or a
you
picture,
Yeah,
just let alone just a picture of the person. So if you have that same picture, boom, you're related, Or if you're in the picture with them or have a family member, excuse me, that's in a picture with them, that's that can be liable, I guess, or viable.
Yeah. But in my humblest opinion, I still kind of figured that a lot of people say that he was like older gentleman, but I feel like he was at least between his 20s, like early 30s. He was young because to be able to subdue, these women, you have to have strength, to be able to.
What if he didn't subdue them, but he paid them?
Well, they are prostitutes.
That's what I'm saying. So what if
they
he
wouldn't
paid
pay? Okay, well, yeah, pay them, to like, okay, think that
to
they're gonna
do a
sleep
service?
with it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And as they're walking, he did what he did real quick, and
well, maybe in that sense, maybe he did have money. Because if he was a doctor, he would have money, obviously, because doctors made good money. They do make good money. I mean,
well, remember back in the day, if you had, I think it was, I'm not 100% sure how much money, but I know, like, if you had, I would say more than $20, it was pretty decent money.
Yeah, but that time, yes, $20.
It wasn't like super like rich, but it was some money. Because you figure when we were talking on our last podcast, we're talking about
Mrs. Winchester.
Mrs. Winchester getting $1,000 a day. At that time,
yeah, at that time, imagine $1,000 a day. People barely
every
made
day.
Yeah, people at that time only
We're
made
making $3-4 minimum wage.
No. They actually less. She paid her employees, I think, like $2.
Oh yeah, $2
every week.
Every week,
and at that time, people made like 50 cents, like to 25 cents a week.
Yeah, so that's why. So imagine,
having money,
having that money. That's that's like they say, cash money.
Cash money.
He's like, everything around me revolves around cash. But
Yeah.
I still think that rich people are murderers.
No, they're not. Rich people are not murderers. You can't. No.
Okay. Like we were talking about Miss Winchester.
She wasn't a murderer.
Well, yeah, but her husband's company killed all those people with the rifles.
No, her husband didn't kill anybody. Or
They
the company.
created,
the weapons necessary to kill people. But
and they made billions.
Well, I don't know the exact number that they made, but they were a very wealthy company, and they're still out.
And they still making money.
Yeah, they're still making money.
They're still making money to this day.
Yeah, so I mean,
But-
that's gonna go ahead and wrap it up, guys. What does it?
But before we leave, you guys need to let us know what you guys think.
Yeah,
If
and
you
then,
guys think if it was a woman, a man,
yeah, leave it in the
a
comment section.
child, a teenager, a dog, a cat.
Yeah, and sorry guys for having to do the podcast all over again. It's just
Yeah.
that we want to bring the best quality that we can bring to you guys. Make sure to follow us on Twitter. Leave a like if please, and also hit that subscribe button. And also there's like a little, once you hit the subscribe button, there's a little bell. Hit that as well.
The bell notification, that'll let you know when we go live.
Yeah, and then we'll make sure to leave that link so you guys can check it out in Wiki, the photo.
Also, too, next week we're gonna be talking about William Cooper,
Yeah, he was specifically about that gentleman.
that wrote the book.
He wrote a
called,
book, yeah. Called, Behold the Pale Horse.
Behold the Pale Horse. If you guys haven't read that book, and you guys are conspiracy nuts like I am, conspiracy scientists.
Yeah, conspiracy scientists.
Innovators. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Yeah, we're not nuts no more. We're innovators. Read that book. It's gonna blow your mind.
Yeah, and if you guys don't want to, buy it or read it, there is also there's also Audible on YouTube. It's free.
I'll leave a link on the description for that.
There is the only thing that it's there is I guess you would say ads. So you'll be stopping, but it's
Well,
really,
if you
really
have
good.
if you have YouTube Red, you won't have any ads.
Yeah, nobody pays for that.
I pay for it.
Yeah, but there is a lot of lot of things that he talks about the government and like a bunch of
Illuminati.
See, yeah, I mean the Illuminati, the Masons, and the Skull and Bones are like those are the ones that everybody talks about. But in the book, he speaks about the Knights Templar, the
Masons.
Rothschilds.
Yeah.
We already said the Masons, but
Fun fact: I worked with a Masonic lodge.
yeah, exactly. Fun fact, my brother worked for the a Masonic lodge. Masonic lodge as a security officer.
Yes, I used to see all kinds of weird stuff. I remember sending pictures to my brother.
Oh yeah,
Masons, if you're listening, please don't come in contact with our home. But I sent my brother pictures. They have a Bible in every language with the Masonic inscription on it. And I'm too chicken to open it when I saw it.
Yeah, but he had sent me like memorabilia of them, and I was like, "Don't send me that." I was like, "If they kill you, they're gonna come after me next,"
Talking about that, I remember I had mentioned to you that they when I would go out, a lot of the Masons would know me from where I worked, and they would know my full name, and they've heard a lot about me. I used to find it weird. I have people coming up to me and be like, "Oh, you're such and such," and I'm like, "Yes." They're like, "Oh, you work here and here," and I'm like, "Yes." They're like, "Oh yeah, we know who you are," and I was like, "Who's we?" First of all,
yeah,
I was like, "Who's
I don't
we?"
speak French.
I was like, "There's no we here." I was like, "So," but yeah. So hopefully, if you guys tune in next
week, we'll talk
about that.
Yeah.
Also, we might have a surprise guest.
Well, it's not like he's someone famous. We just might.
Yeah. We're not that big on YouTube money right now.
We're not even. Well, no. We'll just have someone. What is it? Yeah, we'll just have a guest.
Yeah.
He had a friend that
he has.
Oh, he has a friend that is in the Masons.
Yeah, and he's I think he was saying he's I don't remember if he said he was already at 33rd degree, but he has something. Maybe if the Masons you guys enjoy that, we can make a video and we can try to see if maybe we can get him as a guest, or maybe get him get an interview with him. Yeah, depending on what you guys do. You guys can let us know in the comments if you guys would like that, and we can see if we can arrange it.
Okay, and then thank you for bearing with us again, guys. Make sure to hit that like. And
we love you guys.
Yeah, we love you guys. Subscribe.
We're here for you.
You know what? Please leave comments. Let us know what you want to hear. What we can do better to improve ourselves. We would like to know. We're open to opinions. Okay.
All right. Peace out.